What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, new cards from the new set of All Will Be One. All Will Be One. So we've been waiting on the previews for these cards. They should have been out. I was expecting them this Tuesday, past Tuesday when you're watching this. Maybe it's Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure when you're watching this. But we just got an announcement on the forums from Oktagon support about this, and I'll just read it to you. Hello, everyone. I know you're looking forward to the card gallery, and I can already tell you that it will be posted on Monday. Woohoo, Monday. But so we don't get too anxious until then, I brought a little spoiler of what's to come. Take a look. See some of the cards in the new sets. We got some mythic spoilers. Let's take a look at them. I have not really looked at, I've seen this one, but I haven't seen any of the others, so I'm going to review, react, and go through them together. So Tyrannix Rex, 22 mana. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's going to be some type of counter poisoning thing. We will see. It's got haste and trample. It's got ward. 8/8 green Phyrexian dinosaur. Can't have its mana drained or raised. Ward, drain 12 mana from your hand. So if Greg wants to attack this, or if you're playing PvP and they want to do something directly at this, they've got to use either a loyalty ability or they've got to pay pony up 12 mana to be able to target this. This is in competition with the Gaia's Revenge because it has the haste. But the big thing that it has that Gaia's doesn't is it's smaller in damage. It's got just as big a booty, I think. But the other side of that is it's actually trample. So this is going to be a pain in the tail card. This is going to be a pain in the tail card. All right. Drivenod Carnage Dominus. 14 mana. It's a legendary black 8/3 Phyrexian horror. When a creature you control loses a reinforcement for the first time during your turn, you may have it lose another reinforcement. If it can't, destroy that creature, then reinforce target creature you control. Tokens, you take away the tokens. I guess you could just reinforce this and make it an 8/3, reinforce the 8/3. So activate 5 black. If this creature doesn't have prevent damage, and you have 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, you may exile the first 3 creature cards from your graveyard. If you do, this creature gains prevent damage. Okay, I don't really understand that. For 14 mana, though, for an 8/3 body, that's pretty good just as is. It's not too expensive. Yeah, we'll have to see what the synergy is on that. I don't know if that's a chase card. Tekathul Inquiry Dominus. 10 mana for a 3/5 flying legendary Phyrexian horror. When you proliferate, escalate. Ooh, new mechanic. This effect can trigger only once per turn. Ooh, limiting of that new mechanic. Activate 5 blue. If this creature doesn't have prevent damage, a card you control with oil counter 3 or greater at random loses oil counter 3. If you can't, a creature you control with power and toughness 3/4 or greater at random gets -3/-3, then this creature gains prevent damage. There's a lot to unpack here. So first off, just mechanics. So when you proliferate, escalate. So proliferate, escalate, I'm assuming is something that does something more proliferation. You're proliferating more proficiency, proliferated? I don't know. You're just doing more of it. So I'm assuming it's going to be 3 to 5 more proliferates. Maybe it's due. Who knows? Activate 5 blue. If this creature doesn't have prevent damage, a card you control with oil counter 3. So now oil counter 3 makes me think they're going to handle oil counters much like they handled Pilot, where they had the varying degrees, Pilot 1, Pilot 2, Pilot 3, etc. So they're going to have oil counters in the same vein. Interesting. So you have a creature that has to have a power level over 3. Maybe it does poison counters like the other one we were looking at beforehand. And frankly, now looking back at that, thinking about that, maybe this item here is the number of poison counters you give when it attacks, which is 4, because this creature in the card game actually has 6, I forget what it's called, poison counters. And bottom line is that it does good things. So it could be a win con, an alternate win con that we have as a result of that, which might make that card a chase card if that's the case. I wonder if it's 20 poison counters and you win the game or something like that. All right, so oil counter 3. A random loses oil counter 3. If it can't, a creature you control with power and toughness 3, 4 or greater at random gets -3/-3. Then this creature gains prevent damage. Okay. So that's 2 prevent damage. I don't see any way to defend, and I don't see any way to berserk. So what's the point of the prevent damage? Like there's no... we got to see some of the other cards and see if there's synergy, but that card gives us a lot of insight of what possible mechanics we're going to be seeing here. All right, Phyrexian Vindicator, 18 mana. This has prevent damage. It's flying, and it has vigilance. 5/5 Phyrexian Horror. When this creature is dealt damage, deal that much damage to any opposing target. Bro, that's solid. That's a really... Oh, and it's white. That's going to be a pain. That is going to be a pain, dude. That is going to be a pain. So it's damage. So if you have a creature like Faithbound Judge, it doesn't do anything to it. Or if you have, hey man, I'm telling you, dust off your Sigarda, Host of Herons, as well as your Rem Stalwart Slayer, because prevent damage is going to be really necessary in the walls that you're going to be fighting. And this guy comes with it built in for 18 mana. It's a little pricey, but come on, with Moxes and every other thing we have to cheat out stuff, plus blue conversion or even green conversion with seed, yeah, easy peasy. I think this is a pretty significant card. Is it a chase card? I would be willing to say that it's going to see a lot of play in decks. Is it better than Jaleva and Meeting of the Five targets? I don't know, but it's a strong card. All will be one. 12 mana, enchantment. When another support gains shield, a creature you control is buffed, or a card you control gains oil counter during your turn, and opposing Vanguard support loses X shield. If it can't, deal X damage to any opposing target. X is the support's shield. This support gains 1 shield. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. So we had another card like this back in the day. Every time you cast the spell, it would just tick up and it would do that much damage to your opponent. That was a win con. You just cycled through and cast a bunch of spells. This one is similar, but it's not exactly structured the same way. I don't know that it's a chase card. It depends on the synergy with oil counters. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's it. That's the bottom of it. So far, I'm pretty excited about Phyrexian Vindicator, and I'm curious about Tyrannix Rex, and it really depends on these counters here. If it does 4, no matter what, with trample, if it does 1 point of damage to your opponent, to Greg, and he gets 4 poison counters, and they say, hey, if he has 20 poison counters, you win the game. That's 5 swings, 5 turns. 5 turns times 8 is 35, so that's essentially 40 points of damage you're doing if he's naked, doesn't have anything protecting. And that's interesting. I like that. And then if you have some synergy, it'd be neat if I reinforce this, if it made the 4 go to like an 8 or something like that. Octi, do that. That way we can concentrate on getting a 1-turn kill with this kind of stuff. That would be a lot of fun. Not for the folks that hate fun stuff, but good news for those that like bad news. That would be a lot of fun. And I'm very curious on how they're going to handle the oil counters and all the rest of the stuff. That said, there you go, my friends. Monday, the full release is coming. I'm working on something very hard for this release. It's just an extra flavor thing that I've been putting out for a while. And I have a contest announcement here. I have 3 packs of Bros, the Bros Wars cards, the Brothers War packs that I needed to give away, and I haven't had a reason or a chance to shoot a video so that I could spotlight that for you guys. So with that said, comment below, and you'll be entered into a random chance to be able to pull, get the Brothers War packs that I have. I have 3 of them to give away right now. So comment below, 1, just do 1, O-N-E, and I will be giving away 3 packs to random folks. Again, it's contest rules. Can't have won one in the last 45 days, which I don't think I've given away one, or last 90 days rather. And yeah, I'll be randomly selecting them as I've normally known to do. So I'll be announcing that in the next video. And until our next quest, my friends, are you excited about the new set 1? I'm very excited. The meta is getting pretty stagnant right now. It's all Jaleva and Meeting of the Five decks that I'm winding up seeing, or there's some token stuff that's happening right now. But the bottom line is, what are you excited for? Are there going to be cards powerful enough to replace that as the win con? The easy go-to win? I don't know, man. I don't know. So far, these cards aren't looking that powerful, but they are looking a lot of fun. And I'm just excited for new stuff. I'm ready to go. Till our next quest, my friends, as always, I appreciate you. Get into the Discord. Come join the conversation. We'll be going over some of these cards in depth and be talking about some spotlights on how to be able to build with them, or in oil counters and some speculation. And you know me, we just like to have fun. But until then, swords up, my friends. See you then.